Welcome to the Scalpel of Truth podcast, the members-only inner circle club for VIP bachachos, with your host, Lisa Krause, the bitchin' beautician, also known as the Profit Queen. And don't worry, the cursing and salty language is already included in your club fees. As a business consultant with over 30 years in the industry, Lisa is a no-nonsense profit strategist, international speaker, motivational sales trainer, and thought leader. Known for her bold, unapologetic style, she coaches MedSpa owners, managers, and providers all over the world to become high-end profit powerhouses. Her practice growth strategies are sharp, her stories even sharper, and her panache for bringing the spice, the sharpest. So get ready to transform your practice into a wildly successful luxury brand. Buckle up, bachachos. Lisa is about to slice and dice another episode of The Scalpel of Truth.
Welcome back to the Scalpel of Truth podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Krause, aka Lisa the Bitchin' Beautician, your resident profit strategist, industry truth teller, and witty tyrant. Today, I'm talking about one of the hottest topics in medical aesthetics over the past few years, and that is selling to private equity. Here's the legal part I need to read. This podcast is presented solely for educational entertainment purposes. Guys, I'm just your beauty business bitch. I'm not a licensed therapist or an HR representative, nor am I a lawyer. This platform's used to share my experiences with what's made me a successful service provider, a manager, and a business consultant for those whom I coach. Got it? Beautiful. Everybody seems to know somebody who sold. Everybody thinks they're worth millions. Everybody's convinced some giant corporation's going to walk in, throw down a briefcase full of money on the table, and they get to ride off into the sunset. And unfortunately, that isn't how this works. Because private equity isn't buying your lasers, your Botox, your beautiful waiting room, or your patient lounge. They are buying predictable profit. And the reality is, the medical aesthetic industry continues to attract significant investor interest because of its high cash pay model, its recurring treatments, its decently high margins, and growing consumer demand. Investors continue to pour money into aesthetic platforms because patients come back again and again for injectables, skincare, laser treatments, wellness services. But the problem? Most med spa owners have no idea what makes a practice attractive to a buyer. Many owners think, well, my clinic did $2 million last year. I must be worth a fortune. Not necessarily. Private equity doesn't fall in love with revenue. It falls in love with EBITDA and systems and recurring revenue. And they fall in love with businesses that run without the owner. And if your clinic falls apart every time you leave for a week, you've got work to do. One of the biggest myths, I'd like to just crush this, is my clinic is worth what my revenue says. Wrong. Two clinics can both be generating $3 million annually. One's worth substantially more because it's got membership revenue, strong retention, multiple providers, consistent profitability, and diversified services. The other relies on one injector, one owner, one personality, and a prayer. Okay? Guess which one private equity wants? Yeah, no shit. Buyers care about revenue quality and predictability more than gross revenue alone. And recurring memberships, treatment packages, maybe product subscriptions if you have, and repeat visits often increase the attractiveness because they provide more of a predictable future cash flow. So private equity firms are looking for practices or MedSpas, derm practices, cosmetic dermatology practices that can scale. They want predictable revenue, strong profit margins, leadership teams, some growth opportunities, multiple locations or expansion potential. That's a big one. Systems and processes, strong retention for your patients and your staff. And most importantly, they want a business and a practice that survives if you disappear for 30 days because they're not buying you. They're buying the machine that is your practice. So Inside the inner circle, today I'm going deep on this. I'm going to be breaking down what EBITDA actually means, why memberships are worth their weight in gold, in my opinion, and the 15 things that buyers evaluate before making an offer. What destroys valuations, how to prepare your clinic 24 to 36 months before a sale, and the difference between a lifestyle practice and a platform practice. I'm also going to get into why some clinics get 3 times EBITDA while others get 6 times plus. And I'm going to give you the exact private equity readiness audit that I use when consulting with clinics that are preparing for growth or an exit strategy. So, Inner Circle members, you've already paid to play and get behind the velvet rope. So you know what time it is. Let's go!
Don't want to wait to see things stay the way they are.